what the Mango audio drama saga or series is about. Oh, dude, you see that? I just got that. Spider-Man? Hey, Ben here with H90 Productions, and it is time for another update on everything that's happening in the world of H90 Productions. It is Sunday, July 13th, and I apologize for not posting an episode last week. Last weekend was the weekend of July 4th. I guess July 4th was on a Friday, but I just had way too much going on, and it was on my to-do list to post an update video, but I didn't get around to it. So apologies in advance, and also apologies in advance for my face. I kind of randomly decided to shave my beard off. And I'm not sure if I'm ever going to do that again. Why did I do it? I haven't seen my chin in 10 years. So I just randomly was like, you know what? I'm going to try to lose a little hair weight here. It's been hot here in LA. We're in the dog days of summer, middle of July. So I'm like, oh, maybe that'll kind of like make me feel a little cooler or something. But anyway, we should be back to normal by the time I post the next podcast. But so yes, the last podcast was a couple weeks ago, actually, I think 3 weeks ago, and so much has happened. So I'm going to update you on Mango 2 first, and then Mango 1. Have some really exciting news about Mango 2. You heard it here first. The poster will be dropping this month, and I'm targeting, like, what day is it? I'm targeting Thursday, July 24th. Thursday, July 24th, barring any major setbacks. That makes me feel nervous just saying that, even just saying that, because a lot can happen, but I am targeting Thursday, July 24th to drop the poster for Mango 2, and that means sharing it on all the channels, social media. I would be scheduled for one of these updates the Sunday after that. So what does that mean, dropping the poster? Well, it's sharing the poster and the wonderful artwork done by an illustrator in Italy named Rennie and his fantastic colorist. But more, the big kind of deal with the poster is that it has the title of Mango 2 on it. And up to this point in the whole kind of journey, no one besides the cast knows, one, the title of Mango 2 or what Mango 2 is about. And I think a lot of people assume it's going to be basically Mango Dead Serious 2, but that's not the case. So spoiler alert, you heard it here first, and that's kind of what this podcast is about. I want people who are listening to this, thank you to the listeners, by the way. I think there's about 20 of you at this point. Really appreciate you guys being early listeners, but this is where the information is going to drop first. So this has not been talked about on any channels related to H90 Productions. Excuse me. But Mango 2 is the second installment of the Mango kind of saga, and what the Mango audio drama saga or series is about. Oh, dude, you see that? I just got that. Spider-Man? Dude. What the kind of Mango audio drama saga is each season or installment is a feature-length story. Now, there's definitely going to be crossover. I absolutely plan on making a Dead Serious 2 eventually, but Mango 2 is a new story with new characters. And again, you heard that first here. And that is going to be very obvious when the poster drops in a couple weeks. And I'm really excited about it because now I can actually, even right here, I'm starting to talk about Mango 2 a little bit. And I feel like I've had to keep a lid on it this whole time, and it's been very hard. But now I can open it up. I can talk about the characters. I can talk about who's the actors playing these roles and characters. And I just cannot wait to share it. So that is happening in 2 weeks. There's so much to do. I've been working on the poster. I've been kind of setting up I started a Reddit account. I'm putting together a Reddit subreddit all these things happening in addition to just trying to make Mango 2. And then we're going to talk about Mango 1 and the behind the scenes stuff that's happening there. But a lot happening. Another thing I wanted to update you on is the sound design for Mango 2 is humming along. I forget where I left, what scene I left off with last time I gave an update. I think it was probably like scene 3 or 4 or something early, kind of an early scene, but I am up through scene 12 now on this kind of first pass. And friendly reminder, I'm not like polishing or anything right now. I'm just basically putting enough sound effects and music into the edit so I know it's working or so I know it's not working. And if it's working, great, I'm moving on. I'm not like adding extra layers of sound effects or anything like that. I'm just putting enough in to know that, okay, great, this is working. I don't need to pick up any dialogue for the scene. Next scene. When I do come to a scene where I'm like, this isn't working, and a big reason for this, and it's weird, is the sound effects and music can change how the dialogue sounds. And what I mean by that is I have gone through, my first step was picking out all the takes I liked from the actors' performances. So all the dialogue, and I laid that into sequences into the timeline. So no music, no sound effects, just listening to it straight up with just the dialogue. As I go through and add sound effects, and I'm like, oh my God, am I recording? Yes. I've done that before, where as I go through and add sound effects and music, it changes the performance. Not the performance. It changes how the take sounds. And a lot of the times I'll have to go back and find a new take to find something that works better. And this is why when I record with the actors, I do a lot of kind of ABCing a lot of stuff as a series, because I want options. Because just for example, I'm working on the scene where an actor says something and then there's some footsteps where someone walks in and they will kind of walk to the other side of the room. Just that delay can change how that line is going to be delivered now. And that's not something that's happening in the booth because no one's walking anywhere. It's the pacing and timing of it, of adding the sound effects and the music can change how that voiceover how the voiceover sounds, how the dialogue is edited together. So that's what's happening right now with this pass is I'm layering in enough sound effects and music to kind of figure out the pacing, maybe going and finding other takes that work together. And once I feel good about that section, it could be, a couple lines of dialogue, it could be the whole scene, I'm moving on to the next one. So that's kind of my first pass. And then the next step after that will be going through and figuring out what lines I need to re-record. We're going to do some pickups. We're going to do, I'm going to get the actors together again, and we're going to record some stuff based on what I learned through this first pass. Then I'm going to take that stuff, drop it in, and then I'll start doing the kind of polishing passes, really leaning into the sound design, adding more layers, and building out the soundscape. So that's kind of the process. I'm up to scene 12 as it is right now. And I have about a minute left if I want to try to get this under 10 minutes. I'm going to try. Actually, I have a minute buffer because I was kind of messing around at the beginning of this. So that's what's happening with Mango 2. Very exciting. I'm so happy with how it's going. Happy enough that I feel comfortable releasing the poster. I'm like, okay, I have something here. This is going to work. The poster makes sense. So can't wait to share more about that. So Mango 2 full steam ahead. And let's talk about Mango 1 because Mango 1 right now, I'm doing a lot of behind the scenes content and posting that on the channels. And I'm doing that. This is kind of a marketing strategy because when Mango 2 goes live, I want people to be able to come, if they liked it, I want them to be able to come to all the channels, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, and see other stuff, including Mango 1, the Mango 1 audio drama, of course, like all, the eyeballs that end up on Mango 2, which is having a much more kind of proper release, will shine a light on Mango 1 because they're going to be sitting right next to each other. So what's Mango 2? Oh, there's Mango 1. And, they are connected. There's overlap. I mean, the main connection is Mango, the main character, and his dog Kismet. But I think it's massively important to have this layer, this foundation of content from Mango 1, because that's the only content I have to play with, they're ready for people to chew into if they like Mango 2. So that's why I'm working so hard on getting the Mango 1 stuff out there and building this foundation of this library of content. So I started the Making of Mango Dead Serious series. The last video I posted was the audition for Dr. Fox featuring the wonderful actor Alexandra Cruz. The next video I'm working on, which I will be posting next weekend, is her callback, which is really exciting because that was the only callback I had for Mango 1. All the other actors were virtual auditions. So we did the virtual audition, which is that video I posted already, and then the callback. And the callback video has me doing kind of a location scout to find the callback location, and then the actual callback with my thoughts before and after it happened. So very in-depth, and I hope you enjoy that. It's a lot of fun for me to look back on that process and remember everything it took to just find the right actor. I mean, it's a ton of work. So that is, okay, I'm right at 10 minutes, guys. I think it's close to 10 minutes, but that's my goal for these, is to just kind of stop my blabbering. So that is the update. Next time I chat with you, barring any major setback, the Mango 2 poster will be live, and it's going to open up a whole new world, literally, in the Mango audio drama series. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you very much for following along, especially people who are listening to this podcast. This is really exciting for me to do, because it's like, this is real time stuff. Everything else on the channel is kind of like after the fact. Interviews after the Mango 1 was over, behind the scenes contents, like the stuff that, we're editing that after the fact. This is like in the moment, real, happening right now. So I hope you have a great couple weeks. Lots more coming, and stay safe, stay tuned, and thanks for watching.